Alright guys, welcome back to my channel and today we will be reacting to the canon ending of the death battle between Maka and Ruby. It's obviously who should freaking win this, well, because of like by morality alone. So now let's do this and let's just ignore that non-canon ending from the original outcome of the freaking official death battle video because I don't count that as canon. Because the villains never win, bro. They never do. They're literally banned from winning at all. Anyway, let's watch this.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has called for you. Your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool!
Oh, God damn it, bro. What? Okay, first of all, this is freaking. You can freaking literally see like in every episode in the freaking season one to like NOT that Maka's just basically a freaking arbiter of freaking uh of whoever she claims evil. She'll just freaking kill them. So you could freaking see in her own series how messed up she is and how much she matches more like a villain than a hero. Like, bro, she does this shit every time. And her freaking undetected madness is like the most terrifying aspect of her at all. Like, like undetected madness, you have to feel her evil instead of analyzing it as data. That sounds like Mega Man X logic, where like where like some evil has to be felt, not analyzed, to be detected. It's like that kind of like Mega Man X logic. Oh my god, I can't believe like she just kills anybody she thinks is evil, and also including those who defy her. So basically, she's like just operating off like pure tyranny.
Your soul is ours! I like my soul, thanks.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus. She's quick, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Resonance!
Oh, all right. First of all, that isn't a real form. Like Maka herself doesn't have any powers. Like she has like she has no real supernatural abilities either. Like okay, first of all, Maka herself is just like a psychotic serial killer, and like she basically she has like a scythe abilities. She can turn her like limbs into like scythe blades, but basically she's like an inner internal weapon. Like, but she uses it for evil. So Also, that thing is just like an ability of black blood. It's not really a form. It's more like it's not even a state either. It's more like black blood infection. And I mean, like later in the mutant era of Soul Eater, the black blood became a protoplasma, which becomes symbiotic to a host. So yeah, black blood is just not the same anymore in the sequels. And also, Maka's still a villain because she actually always does like the most evil ass things. She's like psychotic and shit. And her worldview of a utopia is not even a utopia. It's just tyranny disguised as paradise.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Oh, I forgot to mention. The second opening of season one of Soul Eater, it showed like Maka's death. So that was kind of like foreshadowing that they had to kill her off. Because apparently she does die later in the sequel series. Basically like uh her son like Soma is uh taught to hate Maka by Soul, and eventually he goes to Dr. Stein to get cybernetics, and she gets executed by the the Buster arm, the Buster cannon. So yeah, she that basically that whole opening two of season one actually foreshadowed that Maga had to be killed off. So basically, yeah, she was the main villain of the series. What a plot twist! Because I saw it coming from the opening alone that she was gonna die, and they had to make like new superhuman villains to move beyond Mako. So yeah, kind of a plot twist. She was the freaking mastermind of evil all along.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress!
Soul Adagio.
Ruby!
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's. Stay strong, Maka. You got this.
That's the canon ending, guys. That is canon. This actually happened, bro. Uh, yeah. After this, the seasons five to eight, like, happened, and then Maka dies, and then in the sequels of uh Soul Eater, Soma is born. He kills Maka, and then basically they have a bunch of superhuman villains. And yeah, guys, this is canon. This is canon. Like, also, like, Team Ruby gets evaluated in in the multiversal city and the Paragon compound, and she gets a place in the Paragons. Her Paragon title is Rose Huntress. So yeah, that happens in the Soul Eater side. Basically, Soma becomes the new principal of DWMA after Def's demise. So uh, he assigns Sugumi to Soul, and they also become a couple. And Anya is assigned to Clay, with his Alpha Tiger powers. So basically, it's a mutant era where the mutants are defending Death City from like the other mutants, like the villain mutants, and basically it becomes like a superhuman like war of Death City. Basically, it moves way beyond Maka's evil, and tell you I'll tell you guys more about it at my review section. So I'll see you there. All right, guys, welcome to the review section. So, as you can see, that this is the canon ending for the death battle between Maka and Ruby, unlike the original. The original wasn't really canon because it never really fit into the Paragon's multiversal saga phases 1 2 7 like meetings. The original video's outcome wasn't canon to that. So no, this edit is actually canon to that continuity. So since that actually happened, this one's the only canon one. So yeah, so basically Ruby wins. Maka goes back to her own universe, and Ruby basically and her team meet Atsushi Otani from Lovely Complex, the manager and the leader of the Paragons, and they get evaluated. They get evaluated, and they get a spot in the Paragons. So in Soul Eater sequel series, the seasons after season two, the NOT, uh, Sugumi is currently with Soul as Meister and weapon partners. Blackstar stays with Subaki, and Anya Hepburn is with Clay Sizemore, the Alpha Tiger, and basically, Soul Eater shifts away from Maka's evil to Mutant Wars. So yeah, basically that happens, and then yeah, they stay part of the Paragons, and we got Ruby added into the Paragons. So yeah, the Paragons is basically the galaxy's greatest superheroes. And to get recruitment by Atsushi Otani, there has to be an evaluation and into recruitment, which is basically like there are requirements. They need to know the Earth number. They need to uh they need to have a Paragon title, and they have to be a canon series. All three Ruby's show is canon to this continuity, so she gets in there like with no problem, like right after evaluation. So yeah, that happens, and then at this point in like the Soul Eater sequel series, like in season 9, Maka's already dead. There's just new mutant villains, and Maka's dead forever. She's not coming back. Apparently, she killed a lot of people in her own season. So basically, she was the villain of her own season, which is a plot twist. And she was never on the good side. So also, she was pretty much planning to kill Soul later. So yeah, she's way too evil, bro. I mean, she was evil from the start. Like, as the moment she was born, she started like killing innocents out of her own like twisted judgment, which has been seen because she freaking reaped souls that were innocent in the show out of her own like arbitrary like judgment, and she was playing like the judge, the jury, and the executioner of innocent souls. So yeah, you can really see if you watch Soul Eater, Maka's not a good person. She's a villainess. Basically, she's like a tyrant of the series, and she was basically the main villain of the series for a long time until like she died, and then there was like new villains were like mutants with powers and shit. So basically, there's either like lost wavelengths for the mutants, and the weapons have changed wavelengths. So basically, their weapon form, they can hold it in their hand instead of becoming shapeshifting into a weapon. So basically, they have a weapon that they can summon from their pull out from their souls, and they can hold it and use it. So that's basically the changed wavelength. Sugumi is the only one that doesn't have a changed wavelength because like she becomes a weapon regardless of the difference in wavelengths because she never really went through the wavelength change. So yeah, Sakumi's like with Soul, they get married and they have like a child who is basically like the adopted brother to Soma. Basically, his name is Soul Gumi Evans, Soul Gumi Evans Harunori, and then basically like he's basically adopted brothers with Soma Albarn Evans. So basically they become adopted brothers and then they fight together and they defend from villain mutants. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, guys. Thank you.